Welcome back, everybody. We have Linda Barcz from the Barcz Company joining us now live to take your plant and garden questions. And we were just talking about how this beautiful weather is perfect for spring in the air, thinking about what we want to be doing right now. These are gorgeous, too. What did you bring in?
Well, I did bring a number of plants from the greenhouse that are going to be great for Valentine's Day giving.
Ah.
There's this little freesia that is nice and fragrant. The begonia, that brilliant red begonia is gorgeous. Down front, we actually have 3 little primroses that, if you can keep them going till spring, those can be planted outside. The ones that have that yellow eye with the purple around the edge, those are primroses, and those can be moved outside in the spring. You want to make sure that the eastern exposure would be really good, and then in the fall, make sure that you mulch them with wood mulch to help them get through the winter.
Yeah, I have to say this one is my favorite, and
Oh.
I know a lot of women, and if there's anybody listening right now, you can see this one. A lot of women who don't necessarily have to have roses because it's Valentine's Day, and I'm guessing that it's maybe more affordable and also so pretty. And is this something you can also plant then, when the weather changes?
This particular one probably won't be hardy, but this is all the rage in landscaping, is these blue hydrangeas. And you're absolutely right. See, these are all plants that are in soil, so they're going to last longer than those roses, too. So it's a great option.
All right, we do have a call coming in from Diane from Horicon. Diane, what's your question for Linda?
Hi, I have 2 hibiscus that I brought in the fall, and I read up a little bit, and it said not to encourage blossoming.
Okay.
How do I not encourage them to blossom, because they're blooming all the time?
Okay.
I have them in a south window.
Yes, you tell them to stop. No, basically with the flowers, hibiscus, if they're flowering inside, don't be concerned about that. That just means that you have growing conditions that are adequate for them to be able to do that. With a lot of people, they have lower light, and what happens is they just produce leaves, and they get really long and leggy, and actually have to be cut back. So if yours are flowering, don't be concerned about that. Perhaps the way that you fertilize them might impact it a bit. So you could use something that doesn't necessarily have a higher phosphorus content, and you could just reduce the amount of fertilizing that you do at this time when you bring them inside.
All right, great question, great answer. All right, the next call is Janet from Reeseville. Janet, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
And what is your question about your Christmas cactus, huh?
Yes. I have a Christmas cactus, and I did not move it from where it was sitting. And it's sitting in the same spot right now, and it usually blooms at Christmas time, and it didn't this last Christmas. And I don't know what to do with it.
And typically it has been a plant that has bloomed for you pretty consistently.
Yes, it has.
Okay. Well, then perhaps it might be just a condition that, I know what I want to ask you. Have you repotted it recently?
No.
No, you haven't. Okay, because sometimes things have to be found to basically enhance that flowering. And you haven't been doing any fertilizing with this?
No.
All right. You could do that. The other way that I am surefire to get my Christmas cactus to bloom is that I move them outside during the summer and then bring them in the fall before there's danger of frost. But if some people, they're just much too large plants and they can't do that. But if that's a possibility, try that. I would have pretty good luck with that.
Okay, and then I got another question.
Okay.
We had a peace plant. It was 11 years old, and right now it's almost dead.
Oh.
We live in an apartment, and we have heat in our floor. Is that got something to do with the flower dying?
Well, sometimes what happens if the humidity is too low, that will impact flowers. Sometimes the flower buds will dry up, or the plant just doesn't do as well. When you say that it's dying, are you just losing more and more leaves on it?
Oh, no, it's just going. I mean, my husband has been watering it, and it's just dying.
Okay, so that if the leaves are dying back, make sure that he's not watering it too much, because that is a plant that's very prone to wilting if you don't have enough water. So sometimes people water too much and they have it sitting in water, and that wouldn't be good. If you can move it to a higher light situation to try to bring it back, and the other thing you can do is to actually take it out of the pot, check out what the root system looks like, and if you don't see healthy roots, knock off anything that doesn't look healthy, and actually sometimes you downsize it if it's a plant that's not thriving.
All right, thank you so much for your calls, and great job.
Thanks.
It'll be exciting when we get to talk about no snow and what we're planting, what's coming up. All right, and we'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.